Okay, so I want to apologize for how long this review took me because I have an actual good reason. Got a new beagle. Yes, Toby the Beagle has joined the fold with the second beagle, Molly Amaya. And then there's the first beagle who I lost back in 2023, Bailey. But I don't want to get sidetracked. So let us begin with the actual thing that was caught my attention. It's Koichi. Koichi's development in this entire episode, obviously, it still lingers from the last episode where Aizawa quite literally questioned Knuckleduster, and the two get into a skirmish, which is revealed that this guy is not using some kind of quirk. Nah, this guy is just a very tough old man, which kind of gives me a lot of interesting things about Knuckleduster, because the thing is, the dude in this episode quite literally was taking on people way above his pay grade, and even without a quirk, dude was able to throw hands, and it is impressive. It's probably because of the knuckles and like the metal objects he has, but I genuinely don't give a shit. I think this shows how to do quirkless characters right. Like, yeah, there are some enemies that they cannot beat, like the giant. Like, even Knuckleduster is aware that this is a bit more than he can handle. And then there was obviously Koichi, who was obviously helping Knuckleduster, but that's because he wants to be a hero. And we get to see his hero moment when he saves Popstep, which there's so much going on. Popstep, obviously, when she is saved, then everything is kind of said and done, because Knuckleduster was on the mark about this suspicious guy, because Popstep kind of investigated and saw that this person in a suit happens to be around the same areas that the people who were infected with Trigger kind of just start going off the deep end, and it kind of just solidified that, yeah, he's the one responsible for all of it. His quirk was weird as hell. I'm not even going to go into that. What I want to go into is Koichi calling Knuckleduster Master. And I think his reasoning is funny, because he's like, and calling him Knuckleduster would take it's too big of a name. It's like, yeah, but calling him a master is solidifying that, yeah, you're going down this vigilante path with him. And I can't help but find this funny, because this is an interesting pairing of master and student. Because the other one that is interesting in the My Hero verse is Deku and All Might, because they have quite the similar personalities, with All Might just having had a different kind of life and hardships compared to Deku, but still like a father-son bond. This one, Koichi and Knuckleduster, definitely feels more the uncle and nephew kind of bond, to me at least, but it definitely fits for sure, because Knuckleduster sees something in Koichi, and he definitely was right, because right as Popstep was in danger, like she was falling to her death, like Koichi did not hesitate to save her again. Like, he definitely tried to save her last episode and failed, and in this episode he actually managed to save her, although it almost led him to his death, though he got lucky because of the villain being able to use the villain's body to kind of maneuver into falling into dumpster or into trash bags, similar to his master. And yeah, seeing all of this play out is impressive. And then Aizawa comes in, and although it's his day off, I mean, let's be real, heroes don't ever take a day off. If villains and evil can't take a day off, neither can heroes. But anyway, yeah, so that's how the most of the beginning part of the episode is. It's follow up to what was the last episode, literally the first episode. And not only that, but Aizawa just lets them go. Like, he clearly does not like vigilantes, but because they really were a big help in this particular situation, yeah, essentially he lets them go. He's like, I'll look the other way. It's my day off, so yeah, I'm not gonna do anything about that. But about this villain, I'll definitely do something about that. So I definitely like that. And then we obviously transition more into their dynamics, which is interesting. A funny scene with them having to deal with two high schoolers or middle schoolers, I think, that are fighting amongst themselves. And then when they see Koichi, who is now the Crawler, they're like, aren't you Mr. Nice Guy? And it's like, no, it's the Crawler. And a bunch of shenanigans that they can't get his new name right, which is super funny. And in my idea, he should have just stick with Mr. Nice Guy. And hear me out. The villains will obviously make fun of him and will definitely not take him seriously, but that's the point. They're not supposed to. They'll put their guards down so much that it would allow Koichi to win necessarily. Not being taken seriously and made fun of would be annoying, I would imagine that. But the Crawler is a cool name regardless. Anyway, backtracking aside, obviously all the shenanigans of them fighting, Knuckleduster coming in, like, it's all funny to me. Like, I genuinely, yeah, it feels so random shit thrown around. And even then, whenever they do stop, like, one of the characters that is, like, a giant stone or whatever the hell he was, and Knuckleduster actually beating the ever-living crap out of him, it's an interesting point of Knuckleduster, of just how fucking strong he is. But I do like that these two middle schoolers, like, they have a thing for Pop Step, and they're definitely, like, gonna help them out. Like, it's just funny stuff, serious stuff, and then with the police kind of just aware that it is a vigilante that did the whole stopping this villain, but they're also not liking that because, you know, vigilantes are essentially heroes without a license, which is illegal. And yeah, that's where the next problem, or should I say obstacle, that our main protagonists are going to have to deal with. Now, what would I rate this episode? Honestly, 8 out of 10. It made me laugh, had amazing, like, Koichi is such a relatable guy. Dude is actually trying to be a hero despite, like, having felt like it has been passed by, like, his chance. And even though he's taking the vigilante route, he definitely shows that he wants to be a hero because he wants to help others. Hell, he's been helping others through his Mr. Nice Guy persona. And it just shows, like, he's a hero at heart. It's just kind of his quirk in life kind of took him at a whole different direction. So it's relatable. Knuckleduster, fucking peak character. I know I'm saying this in episode 2, but fucking hell, he's funny. And he can talk shit and beat the shit out of whoever he feels like, which is funny. And then Pop Step. Honestly, a fun, quirky character. I won't deny that. So, yeah, 8 out of 10 for this episode.